Hi there. How's it going? Hope everyone's well. I hope the world is treating you well. And that, oh dear, I made a bit of a noise there. I hope that everything's going well. I'm going to keep this relatively brief because I've got a relatively early shift tomorrow, but I thought I'd talk about this. I have picked this up. It's hard to read the title there. Here, that's better. Better lighting. Buck Rodgers and the 21st century, or 25th century. Now, this is a book I picked up at the used bookstore. Why am I talking about it? So, TSR had this episode, this time, when it published a Buck Rodgers game and a bunch of material for it, and some novels. And I knew that they existed in a sort of intellectual sense, that they were out there somewhere. But I never actually knew what the deal was with it. I never tried it. Apparently it was based on D&D, second edition, with some modifications. And I never really kind of knew the backstory about how that came to be. Apparently, Lorraine Williams, who is one of the most despised figures in the history of TSR, in a lot of ways, and not always justly, but in some forms there's reasons why she's disliked, and I won't go into all of that, but she apparently was descended from the guy who created it, or not created it, but owned the rights to it. Philip Nolan created it. The person who actually had ownership of Buck Rodgers was a guy named John Dill. Long story. Apparently, she's his granddaughter. Who knew? And that's cool. It's neat. So that's how they had access to that property, right? And they made some cool stuff with it. I mean, apparently they got another member of the family to sort of create another version of that story where it was much more. It was all in the solar system, no faster than light travel or anything like that crazy. There's some terraforming going on, some genetic engineering. References to the the former Soviet Union and the United States not getting along anymore, and there's stuff going on. I read this book at work because I was bored, and it's a used bookstore, and they don't let me have e-book readers at work, so I gotta do my shopping at used bookstores these days. And I picked it up. It's the first book in a trilogy, but it's not the first book in the series. And there's a lot of foreground to this that doesn't, so I didn't realize that until I was about midway through it and went, all right, I'll finish it up. So I looked into it. It's an interesting little chapter in TSR's history that not a whole lot of people have talked about. Shannon Applegate, who did the Designers and Dragons book, talks about it some. In his book, and it sort of added to my list of things that I keep, those weird little things that I like to collect and get things, because now I want to get the rest of the books for this. I want to, not just the novels, but some of the Game World stuff. There was also apparently a gold box game by SSI for it as well, and a comic. And I kind of want to look into it and read it, because unlike a lot of the other stuff that I sort of obsess over, where it's something that is from my childhood that I remember and remember well, this is something that I sort of bypassed and I didn't see. So it's neat for me to go and discover the little things about it. And I kind of want to go on eBay and I'm not doing it right now because it's Christmas season. You put the money towards giving other people stuff. But, down the road, it's on my list. It's my watch list to look for stuff related to this, because I find it fascinating. I think the world they built was, based on what I can read here, there's some problems with it being called hard science fiction, or even firm science fiction. But they tried, and it looks like good action adventure fiction, and I'm kind of, I kind of want to see the rest of it. And it's neat to sometimes discover those little pockets of gaming history that you never played with, and then you go and pick it up and you read it and absorb it and kind of go, oh yeah, that's kind of cool. Anyways, that's what was on my mind tonight. Yeah, have any of you read any of these? The Buck Rodgers in the 25th Century series? I haven't, except for this one. So I'm interested to see if anybody has any feedback on it. Does anybody remember the game? Because it looks cool. It's probably one of those things where I'll see the painful parts that we've gotten past on a game design level, and I'll probably look at it, a couple of other things, and go, oh, that's a little cringeworthy. But there's also going to be some stuff in there that's awesome, and it'll be a discovery time for me, and I like doing that. So, anyway, if you liked it, if you have read it, please let me know. Comment, tell me, because I'm really interested to hear somebody else's opinion on it. And subscribe, like, share with all the people, and try not to set anything on fire today. Wait. Oh, wait, that was for me. Sorry. I'll talk to you later. Bye.